Hi everyone, this message is particularly directed at brothers, the men who attend Cleveland Baptist Church here in Brisbane. Of course, anyone else is welcome to view this, but I'm really wanting to address personally the men in our church. And just to get straight to it, to say, men, it's time to rise up and pray. We need to be men of prayer, not slouches when it comes to prayer, not slack, not men who are living for pleasure, not men who are using up precious time on trivial things, but men who know how to pray. And if we don't really know how to pray well, to learn how to pray and to get a good education, to get God's holy word and to read what Jesus taught on prayer, what Paul taught on prayer, pick up lessons from Moses and David and Elijah, and of course, Jesus being the greatest man of prayer in history. So man, we really need to man up and pray. Jesus, after all, did say to go into your room and close the door and pray to your Father who is in secret. That wasn't a suggestion. That's a command. And so, men, we can specialize in 3, 4, 5 other things that are less important, but we all need to be men of prayer, and that is a much better pursuit. Now, someone might say, I'm not the praying kind. I'll leave the heavy lifting in prayer to the prayers. One problem with that is there's no spiritual gift of prayer listed anywhere in the New Testament. There's a number of spiritual gifts, around 20, listed in the New Testament. And we all have different gifts. But prayer, including intercessory prayer, is not in that list. So we cannot palm off our responsibility in prayer by saying, I'll leave it to the prayers. No, we all need to be prayers. And I just want to encourage us men to be disciplined, to have a plan, to, for example, write a prayer list that I'm going to pray for my family, I'm going to pray for my church, I'm going to pray for the leaders in the church, I'm going to pray for the salvation of souls, I'm going to pray for leaders in government, and just really target my prayers and be an organized prayer. So this is very important too. Even, for example, those of us with several children, to say, I'm going to pray for this child on Monday and this child on Tuesday, and really go into battle for them, because there is a spiritual war going on, and Satan's not just going to be idle and let his demons just, have a year off. They want to sabotage families. They want to get at our children. So we need to muscle up and be bringing our children before God in prayer, really going into battle for their spiritual well-being. And then men, as well as being individual men of prayer, we need to lead our wives. We need to be calling our wives and our children together. Let's pray. Here's a situation that's come up, family. Let's pray about it. Husbands and wives praying together, families praying together, praying at the meal table, whatever it looks like. There's different ways of doing it, but the important thing is that we do it. And those of you who are fathers, it's really time to step up in prayer. May God help us. We're all weak, we're all forgetful. None of us are scoring 10 out of 10, I'm sure, in this department of prayer. But by God's grace, I believe we can all do better. May God help us. Let's be faithful men of prayer.